Hello, 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 eBay sellers. It's Kathy, and I love to be selling. How are you? Come on in, come on in. We're going to talk about winning sellers do this. And this is winning sellers that are part time sellers. This is winning sellers that are full time sellers. Because being a winning seller is not about whether you're part time or full time, it's about doing this. And you can be a winning seller regardless of the inventory that you carry, the categories that you're selling in, because we all sell in such a variety of categories. And you can also use this tip whether you have an eBay store or whether you do not have an eBay store. So come on in, and let's talk about winning sellers do this. And what winning sellers do, particularly as we are in fourth quarter. And I'm going to date this. It is November 5th of 2022. And as we are full steam in fourth quarter, and then right after that, we'll be starting the new year, which for most sellers is also a very, very busy time. It is super important to do this, and that is plan. And plan as much as you can, and also plan for what is important to you. And that's going to be different for everybody. Hi, Sharon. Great to see you. So, for instance, if I have small children, there's certain things I need to plan for. If I have elder care, there's things that I need to plan for. If I have a full-time job, a part-time job, if certain weather conditions are in my area in the winter, I need to plan for that. So there's all different things that we plan for. And part of winning seller planning is to think of what my seller needs are going to be 2 weeks down the line, 3 weeks down the line, a month down the line, particularly in fourth quarter and the new year on shipping supplies. I bring this up because they always talk about, but in the news, they'll talk about what is called supply chain shortage. And they also talk about shipping delays. And what will happen, even if you are ordering free shipping supplies, and I've got some of my favorites here. This is the USPS small box, one of my favorites. And I've also got padded mailers, also one of my favorites, is that if you are ordering off the USPS site, if you're not aware of this, as we get closer and closer to Christmas and Hanukkah, it gets slower and slower. And sometimes this actually happened to me on the padded rate, and it wasn't during the holidays. If I remember correctly, I think it was like February or March because I panicked. Sometimes they're out of it for whatever reason. I'm assuming it's supply chain. So whatever free USPS shipping supplies that you use, and there's some that are carried by your local post office, so you do want to sort of bone up on which ones they carry. Like at mine, they carry the Tivic envelopes, they carry the medium flat rate, they do carry the small box most of the time, and they carry the express. Okay, is know which ones they carry the cardboard flat rate. Know which ones they carry, because in a pinch, you can always stop by your post office and pick up some supplies. But I do try to order mine off the USPS site. I know roughly how long it takes for me to get it. I'm in New York, and it seems that there's a shipping hub for the supplies in New Jersey. But it goes through fits and starts. Like this is November. I remember, I think it was like September. So it was the tail end of back to school. They got backed up. Again, I'm not sure what it's about. I'm not sure like if the team that ships out the free shipping supplies also has other duties. I have no idea. But literally for 2 weeks, they did not ship any of the padded flat rate envelopes. And I had put in, while I was waiting, I was like, So I think I had like 2 or 3 orders pending because I thought like maybe the system is stuck, and if I just place another order, it'll get it going. So I literally had like 3 orders arrive all at the same time, but literally for 2 weeks, they didn't ship. So know for you how much shipping supplies you go through, how many of the small boxes you go through, how many of the padded mailers you go through, how many of the medium size mailers you go through. And I honestly would double or triple it, and I would be ordering now, because the closer we get to Christmas and Hanukkah, there will be delays. For me, it was about double. Like typically when I order, I typically have it like within 10 days to 2 weeks. Okay. Going into the holiday, that turns more into like a month. Right now, I have about triple the normal supplies that I typically have on hand. I would rather have too many padded flat rate priority mailers and too many small flat rate boxes than not enough. And the reason I bring this up is because they save you money as a seller. It helps us with what is called our margins, which is how much money we're making. For instance, and I know I wrote this down, here we go. I was shipping today. You cannot wait for exactly. I mean, 2 weeks is a long time. I'm like, ah. So again, that's why I know what your local post office carries, but every now and then they're out too. That's what I've noticed, because sometimes, like at my local post office, because I know all the managers, we talk, they get so busy at the holidays too. Sometimes, they just don't order more because they're just super busy and they're working X amount of hours a day with processing all the mail. And processing the mail is going to take priority over ordering free shipping supplies. So just, I'd rather have too much than too little. So I was shipping something out today. I'm in New York, going to Nevada, and it was 1 pound, 10 ounces. So I was shipping it priority. If I had shipped it regular priority, this was on eBay shipping, so I wasn't checking any other sites. I get discounted commercial rate pricing through eBay. So through the commercial discount rate that we get on eBay, it was $13.06 if I just mailed it regular priority. Okay. That would mean stick it in a box, stick it in an envelope, and it's going out priority. It would have been a little over $13. In a padded priority flat rate, this is a flat rate envelope. Okay. This is the padded one. I like this one because you get the cushioning. And you will be surprised how much you can fit into this envelope. Like a lot, like jeans, shoes, collectibles that are nicely bubble wrapped, put in a box, and then put in this. But I mean, I had somebody ship me a gown in a padded flat rate envelope. So in the padded, it was $8.30. So down from $13.06 to $8.30. That's a substantial savings. That's why you don't want to run out of padded flat rate envelopes. And for my people that don't keep these on hand, the small box, it just so happened that the item fit into the small box, and the small box was $8.10. So I say, again, this is the rates as of November 5th, 2022, because you never know with the USPS. I saved another 20 cents. Now, this one usually the post office has, but again, every now and then they don't. So down from $13.06, okay, to $8. I'm going to keep doing my props. $8.30 eBay shipping. $8.10 eBay shipping. And that's why whatever amount of shipping supplies, and I know it's hard, because it just gets busy. We have family, we have friends visiting. We need to cook. We need to clean our houses. Many sellers have part-time jobs. Many sellers have full-time jobs. There's wonderful community activities at the holidays, but it is well worth 10 minutes a day out of your weekend, particularly right now, because we're at the beginning of November. So if you're a little low, you order now, you should have your stuff in before Thanksgiving. Double, triple your normal size order and get your order in now, because it will get slower and slower and slower. And every now and then they are out. It literally just says right on the site, out of stock. And you're like, I don't want that happening to you. So the planning your shipping supplies. And while you're doing, just spot check your tape, whatever things you typically need to have on hand, your boxes, which I know a lot of us get for free at various sites. Stock up on your free boxes too. Stock up on everything, fold it, put it away. You want to have it, nice and in order so that you know where everything is and you know where to find it so you can use it. But stock up, because big difference between $13.06 to $8.30 to $8.10. That's more money for you. That's more money for you to go and buy more inventory. That's more money for you for whatever bills you would like to pay or treats that you want to treat yourself to for the holidays. But that puts a substantial more amount of money into your pocket. And also, if your item is a competitive item, and if you hear noise in the background, I'm in New York City, it gives you more wiggle room in your price. To be able to drop the shipping down that much is a big difference. So maybe I can take that best offer for $1 less than I normally take it, or $2 less than I normally take it, because I'm going to be shipping in a padded priority envelope or in the small flat rate box. USPS is charging for padded flat rate envelopes. Are you getting the free still? I am for padded flat rate. I have never been charged, and I just ordered some a couple weeks ago on the website. Actually, let me go check, because I have not heard of being charged for USPS padded flat rate, but let me go. Now, one thing I have noticed on the website, and don't get stuck on this, there is an upgrade on shipping. So when you go to check out, and maybe that's what they're thinking about, when you go to check out, I'm logging into my account. When you go to check out, of course, my neighborhood is getting very lively. It offers you free shipping, which is slow, and it will always offer you, I'm putting the padded flat rates. Now, listen, there's a forever prepaid flat rate, and that already has the postage on it. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the free priority mail flat rate padded envelopes. And for me, it's showing free. So I'm going to put a couple of my carts in. I'm going to actually check them out now. When you go to checkout, ship to this address. Hang on, this is good. I'm doing this. When you go to checkout, parcel select arrives in 5 to 7 business days. Well, maybe it's 5 to 7 after they mail it. And then they offer me Priority Express for $13.17. Don't pay them. So yes, there are what's called forever, and I've never bought them, the forever envelopes, and it's prepaid. But check the prices, because I'm pretty sure you're paying like the over-the-counter prices. eBay gets us commercial rate. And then free shipping is free shipping. You can pay them to express it. I have seen people selling them, which it is free shipping supplies. They are free. It is not, I don't want to get into a tirade. It is not appropriate to resell them. Why people don't stop people from reselling free supplies, I have no idea, but it is free from the USPS. Now, if you want to buy the forever, for some reason that's good for you and your business, do it. I've never done it. I've always found that the shipping through eBay is less expensive. When they say 5 to 7 business days, don't think you're going to get it in your mailbox or your doorstep in 5 to 7 days from when you order it. It's 5 to 7 days from when they ship it. Okay, they're not. So watch out for that kind of thing. The forever made the difference. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, you're welcome. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, yeah, because that's the one they show you. USPS is smart. They're like, hey, spend some money. But yes, there are the forever ones, which for some people it's going to work. I'm thinking for people that are, they're shipping their own, holiday gifts and stuff, and that's going to be easier for them. Also, depending on their post office, they may not want to stand in line. And with the forever, because that postage is right there, they can put the item in and then just stick it in the bin. No, thank you for asking the question. That's such a good one. It can be a challenge. All of us have niches and categories and items that we know sell well. I mean, we're going into the holidays. Christmas ornaments typically does very well this time of year. Things like Christmas stockings and home decor and just so many wonderful holiday things. But there's a lot of other things that sell right now. And it could be that for you, or for your family, is that it's just not items that you bought. For instance, I'm trying to think of stuffing, camping. Now, we did go camping as kids, so camping stuff I'm used to, but you may not be used to camping things, or you may not be used to RV accessories, or you may not be used to golf accessories, things like that. And there are categories right now, fall, winter time, that are very, very popular, and items that really, really sell, and items you can source. And you can source pretty much anywhere in the United States and also anywhere in the world for my wonderful people that are listening that are not in the United States. So what I want you to do is hop over to my website, ilovetobeselling.com. And what you're going to do is grab my free fall, winter, let me scroll down. There we go. Fall Winter Essential Product Guide. It's free. What it does is when you download your guide, it gives you all these ideas, and some of it might be things that you have on hand that you just haven't gotten around to listing. So you'll read the guide and you'll go, I have that. Let me get it listed. But it gives you tons and tons of ideas that I've culled from all my retail experience, because I worked brick and mortar retail over 15 years, and I presented on QVC for over 6 years. So I have a really good handle on retail. And just download the guide. You've got it. You can look at your inventory. You can have it with you when you go sourcing, and know what's selling now, because that's always the challenge. We might have a few things that we know sell, but it expands that. So that way you get more sales, you make more money, and also do it in a stress-free way. And you can source it from retail, from thrift shops, from your closet. So hop over to my website, ilovetobeselling.com, and grab your Fall Winter Essential Products Guide. It's my gift to you. And stock up on your USPS free shipping supplies on the USPS website. And of course, you will have them on hand for all the wonderful sales you're going to be getting now and all through the fourth quarter. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Kathy, and I love to be selling. Bye-bye, everybody.